The future of your mind, how nature's secret pharmacy can rejuvenate your brain. Forgetfulness isn't your brain's inevitable destiny. Do you feel like your memory is weakening, your focus is fading, and your mind isn't as sharp as it used to be? The stress of modern life, lack of sleep, and unhealthy dietary habits accelerate brain aging. But what if I told you that a hidden pharmacy in nature could make your brain 10 years younger? And what if I added that this elixir of youth is supported by scientific research? It has been used for centuries in various cultures worldwide. The scientific community has proven that these herbs, known as nootropics, can revitalize the mind. The term nootropic comes from Greek nous mind and trepine to transform, literally meaning mind turning. These substances strengthen neuron communication. They optimize blood flow and protect the brain from oxidative stress. In one study with participants over 65, regular nootropic users had better test scores. Their results were equivalent to a healthy 55-year-old's brain. This shows cognitive decline with aging is not an irreversible process. In this text, we'll explore 5 powerful nootropic herbs that doctors don't routinely prescribe. Backed by science, these herbs can transform brain health, and you might even find one of them in your kitchen right now. Are you ready to rediscover your mind's full potential? Ginkgo biloba is a unique tree species known as a living fossil 200 million years old. Its leaf extract is one of the most researched and historically rooted herbal supplements used for thousands of years in Chinese medicine. It has also drawn modern scientific attention. Ginkgo has been the subject of countless clinical studies. How it works: Ginkgo biloba increases cerebral blood flow. Our brain consumes about 20% of the body's oxygen and a similar proportion of calories. Neurons need continuous oxygen and nutrients to stay healthy and function properly. Ginkgo widens capillaries and increases blood fluidity, carrying blood to the brain's remote parts. This optimized flow maximizes oxygen and glucose uptake, improving memory, focus, and processing speed. Ginkgo is also known as a powerful antioxidant. The brain is highly vulnerable to oxidative stress from free radicals. Oxidative stress damages neurons, accelerating aging and neurodegenerative diseases. Flavonoids and terpenoids in Ginkgo biloba neutralize free radicals, protecting brain cells. Scientific evidence and applications: in people over 60, Ginkgo shows strong effects. A daily dose of 120 mg standardized extract can slow cognitive decline by up to 50%. In Germany and France, Ginkgo biloba is often prescribed for dementia symptoms. It also helps improve concentration in those with memory and attention issues. How to use: the most common form is standardized extract. Extracts ensure consistent amounts of flavonoids and terpenoids. The typical recommended dosage is 120 to 240 mg per day. Another option is tea from dried ginkgo leaves, though effects may be less consistent. Important note: Ginkgo biloba can interact with blood-thinning medications. Those on warfarin, scheduled for surgery, or with epilepsy should consult a doctor. Ashwagandha with Ania somnifera has been one of the most important herbs in Ayurveda, India's traditional system of medicine for thousands of years, also known as Indian ginseng. Ashwagandha is an adaptogenic herb. Adaptogens are natural substances that help the body increase its resistance to physical, chemical, and biological stress. How it works: chronic stress is one of the most common problems of modern life and has devastating effects on brain health. When the body faces stress, it releases the hormone cortisol. While a short-term increase in cortisol can be beneficial, constantly elevated cortisol levels caused by chronic stress damage brain cells, especially in the hippocampus, the center of learning and memory. High cortisol levels suppress the formation of new neurons and weaken existing synapses, connections between neurons. Ashwagandha breaks this destructive cycle by balancing cortisol levels. One of its main functions is to regulate the HPA hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis. This allows the body to manage its stress response in a more balanced and healthy way. Ashwagandha is also known for its powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties, which protect neurons from oxidative stress caused by free radicals. This protective effect helps brain cells stay healthy for longer. Scientific evidence and applications. In a 2017 double-blind, placebo-controlled study, middle-aged and older adults who took ashwagandha supplements for 8 weeks showed significant improvements in both memory tests, especially episodic and auditory memory, and attention tasks. Improvements were also observed in participants' information processing speed and cognitive flexibility. Another important benefit of ashwagandha is that it improves sleep quality. Deep and restful sleep is vital for the brain to repair itself, clear out toxins, and consolidate information learned during the day. By reducing stress and anxiety, ashwagandha helps you fall asleep more easily and have a more restorative sleep. How to use. Ashwagandha is commonly available in powder, capsule, or liquid extract form. Traditionally, the powder form is mixed with warm milk and honey and consumed. This mixture is often taken before bedtime. Modern supplements often use standardized patented extracts like KSM66 or Sensoril, which contain a high concentration of active compounds with analytes and have clinically proven efficacy. Dosages of 300 to 600 milligrams per day are commonly used. Turmeric, an indispensable part of Asian cuisine, is also a powerful herb used in traditional medicine for thousands of years. The active compound that gives turmeric its bright yellow color. Curcumin is considered one of the most potent natural substances for brain health. How it works. As we age, the body's levels of chronic inflammation increase. This condition affects all organs, including the brain. Chronic brain inflammation directly damages neurons, paving the way for cognitive decline and the development of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Curcumin works as a powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant to halt this process. Curcumin crosses the blood-brain barrier, directly reducing inflammation in brain tissue. It also increases levels of a protein called brain-derived neurotrophic factor BDNF. BDNF can be thought of as a kind of brain fertilizer that supports the growth, differentiation, and survival of neurons. As BDNF levels rise, the formation of new neurons increases and synaptic connections between existing neurons are strengthened, which directly impacts memory and learning ability. Another remarkable potential of curcumin is its ability to inhibit the accumulation of amyloid plaques, a characteristic feature of Alzheimer's disease. Amyloid plaques build up between brain cells, blocking communication between neurons and leading to cell death. Research suggests that curcumin can reduce the formation and spread of these plaques. How to use. The biggest challenge with curcumin is its very low absorption by the body. Therefore, it is difficult to obtain the expected benefits by consuming turmeric alone. Scientific research has revealed two key strategies to increase the absorption and effectiveness of turmeric. 1. Consume with black pepper. Piperine, the compound piperine found in black pepper, can increase the bioavailability, the body's absorption of curcumin, by up to 2,000% by slowing down its metabolism in the liver. Therefore, adding a pinch of black pepper is critical when adding turmeric to your meals or drinks. 2. Consume with a healthy fat. Curcumin is a fat-soluble compound. Its absorption is significantly increased when consumed with healthy fats like olive oil or coconut oil. Adding a teaspoon of turmeric and a pinch of black pepper to your meals every day Mixing it into sauces or adding it to your morning coffee golden latte can be a simple but effective strategy. Bacopa monnieri is a wetland plant that has been used for thousands of years in Ayurvedic medicine to enhance memory, learning, and cognitive function. Although its scientific name is Bacopa monnieri, it is also commonly known as Brahmi. How it works. Bacopa's effect on the brain is quite unique. The active compounds it contains, called bacosides, strengthen the synaptic connections that facilitate communication between neurons. This increases the release of neurotransmitters, especially acetylcholine and GABA, and promotes the branching and growth of nerve cells, neurogenesis. This process directly enhances information processing speed. In long-term memory, Bacopa helps new information be stored more easily, and old information be recalled more quickly. Therefore, it's an ideal support for students and those in mentally demanding jobs. Additionally, Bacopa monnieri has stress and anxiety-reducing effects. It provides mental calmness by balancing cortisol levels and increasing the levels of relaxation-promoting neurotransmitters like serotonin and GABA. Mental serenity naturally improves focus and concentration. Scientific evidence and applications. Numerous clinical studies have confirmed Bacopa monnieri's positive effects on cognitive functions. A study in Australia found that healthy older adults who regularly took Bacopa for 12 weeks showed a 35% increase in their speed of learning new information. Another study showed that Bacopa supplementation led to better results in cognitive performance, attention, and auditory memory tests compared to the placebo group. How to use Bacopa monnieri is typically taken as a standardized extract. In capsule or powder form, a dosage of 300 to 450 milligrams per day is commonly recommended since the herb has a very bitter taste. It can be difficult to consume as a tea. The full effects of Bacopa usually appear after 8 to 12 weeks of consistent use, so it's important to be patient and maintain regular consumption. Rosemary is not only a beloved herb in Mediterranean cuisine, but also a powerful supporter of brain health. It has been scientifically proven to enhance memory both when consumed and when simply smelled. How it works. Rosemary's surprising effect on memory is based on a compound called 18-cineol found in its essential oil. This compound increases the levels of the neurotransmitter acetylcholine in the brain. Acetylcholine is a critical signal carrier for learning, focus, and memory. In conditions like Alzheimer's disease, the levels of this neurotransmitter decline. The 18-cineol in rosemary suppresses the enzyme that breaks down acetylcholine, acetylcholinesterase, allowing more acetylcholine to remain in the brain and thus enhancing cognitive performance. Interestingly, this effect occurs not only through consumption, but also through aromatherapy. When the scent of rosemary is inhaled, 18-cineol molecules are rapidly absorbed through the nose, reaching the bloodstream and the brain. Scientific evidence and applications. In a 2012 study at Northumbria University, participants exposed to the scent of rosemary oil performed up to 75% better on tests of prospective memory compared to the placebo group. A direct correlation was found between the participants' blood levels of 18-cineol and their cognitive test results. This is clear evidence that even the scent has a direct biological effect on the brain. How to use. Integrating rosemary into your daily life is incredibly easy. You can add fresh or dried rosemary to your meat, chicken, vegetable dishes, soups, and sauces. This not only adds flavor to your food but also supports your brain health. For an aromatherapy effect, you can place a bunch of fresh rosemary near your workspace, or add a few drops of rosemary essential oil to a diffuser. This simple method can help increase your mental sharpness, especially during exam periods or when you need to concentrate. The nootropic herbs offered by nature's powerful pharmacy have incredible potential to boost your mental performance and slow down the effects of aging. However, these herbs are not magic wands, and to get the most out of them, you need a holistic approach. Important warnings you should know. Even though these herbs are natural, it doesn't mean they are safe in every situation or at every dose. They contain potent bioactive compounds and can cause side effects or interact with medications. In some cases, professional consultation. Before starting any supplement, it's crucial to consult a doctor or healthcare professional, especially if you have an existing health condition, for example, heart disease, diabetes, or are on regular medications, for example, blood thinners, antidepressants. Dosage and quality. If you plan to use supplements, choose standardized extract products from reliable brands. Do not exceed the correct dosage, and follow the instructions on the label. Pregnancy and breastfeeding. If you are pregnant or breastfeeding, be sure to consult your doctor before using these herbal supplements. Lifestyle changes. For holistic brain health, nootropic herbs are just one part of the support you can provide for your brain health. To have an unforgettable mind, you need to support these herbs with the following lifestyle changes. 1. Balanced nutrition. Adopt a balanced Mediterranean diet rich in brain-friendly foods, omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, B vitamins. Avoid processed foods, sugar, and unhealthy fats. 2. Regular physical activity. Exercise increases blood flow to the brain, promotes neuron formation, and releases endorphins that improve mood. 3. Quality sleep. Get 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night to allow your brain to repair itself and consolidate information. 4. Mental exercises. Continuously challenge your brain with activities like learning new things, solving puzzles, playing an instrument, or learning a new language. 5. Stress management. Manage stress with methods like meditation, yoga, nature walks, or deep breathing exercises. By wisely using the power that nature offers, it's in your hands to protect your mental agility and improve your quality of life. Give your brain the care it deserves. It is your most valuable asset.